Okay, so today there is one more option for the company, that is internal reconstruction. So the company can reconstruct their capital, and with that particular reconstruction, they can improve their financial position. They can reduce the value of the capital. They can increase the number of shares. So these are the options, that is they can alter their capital, they can reduce the capital. And there is one scheme related to the internal reconstruction. So this one is the important here in this topic number 3, that is for internal reconstruction of the companies. So, in internal reconstruction, you can see the meaning of this internal reconstruction. That is, it refers to the reconstruct the business without its liquidation. Means, if A Limited is there, that A Limited's existence will be the exist, or that company will be exist for the uh, or that particular company will be existing company after reconstruction, that is internal reconstruction. But in amalgamation, two companies or two or more companies are lose their existence. Means that particular companies are not carrying on their business. In absorption, there is one liquidation. In external reconstruction, there is also one liquidation. But in internal reconstruction, there is no liquidation as such. And because of this one is an uh, important point, that is the company's existence will be carried on for the upcoming years. So it refers to the construction the business without its liquidation, and it does not require the liquidation of the existing company. So this company is not going to liquidate, or this company is not going to winding up their business. Okay, so it necessarily involves the reduction of share capital. Means if there is any over valuation or undervaluation, or increase or decrease in the capital, so they can reduce their share capital. And this is number no transfer of assets and liabilities to another firm or to the new firm. Because of this, there is no formation of the new company. So existing company will be carried on their business, but they just reconstruct their balance sheets, reconstruct their assets and liabilities. Means reconstruct their share capital only. So this is the important point here related to the reconstruction. Means internal reconstruction of the company. Means in internal reconstruction there is no formation as such. And it is of three types. So if there is any company who alter their capital, means who convert their capital into another form of shares or another form of capital, that is called as alteration of capital. If any company reduce their capital, this one is one of the type of internal reconstruction. Then significance of internal reconstruction, that no, sorry, third point, that is through scheme of reconstruction. There is one scheme which is approved by the court also, or which is approved by the board of directors. So that is that scheme you can use for the purpose of internal reconstruction. Then the significance of internal reconstruction. So these 2 points you have to take into consideration for importance or significance of internal reconstruction. That is, when there is an overvaluation of assets and undervaluation of liabilities, then you can go for the internal reconstruction. As I say in introduction part of this topic, that is we have to uh, we have to show the exact position of our business enterprise. So as per that particular sentence, we have to, here is the sentence that you can see that I have highlighted here. Okay, so this sentence is important, that is related to internal reconstruction. When there is an overvaluation of assets and undervaluation of liabilities, we have to go for internal reconstruction. And Second point, that is when there is a difficulty to meet the financial crisis and there are continuous losses, then also you can go for the internal reconstruction of the company. You can reconstruct your financial resources. You can reduce your capital. You can if there is any asset which is overvalued, that can be settled or that can be reduced with the help of this internal reconstruction. And this is the important point of internal reconstruction. If there is any question, you can ask me. Otherwise, we will go for the journal entries which is related to the internal reconstruction. Is there any question? Okay. So the next and important point that you can see on your screen, that is in accounting entries on internal reconstruction. So accounting entries related to the internal reconstruction, that is, if I have write that particular clauses in bold sentences, you can see entry for share capital reduced without changing the face value of shares. So if there is any reduction in the share capital without changing in the face value of the shares, so that is the journal entry that you can see on your screen, that is share capital account debit to capital reduction or reconstruction account. Generally we write capital reduction account. Okay, so this one is the journal entry we have to pass for this purpose, that is entry for share capital reduced without changing the face value of the shares. So if you want to change the amount of the share capital without changing the value of shares or face value of the shares, then you have to pass the journal entry, that is share capital account debit to capital reduction account. Second entry, that is related to entry if face value of the shares is also changed on reduction of capital, a new category of share capital is created. If there is any shares whose face value is changed, and if there is any new category of the shares which is issued in that particular, instead of that particular old shares, then the journal entry will be share capital account debit. This there we have to, or here in this point we have to write the amount of share capital, that is the old amount of share capital. Then to share capital account, this one is related to the new amount of share capital, and to capital reduction account. So if there is any capital reduction, that will be transferred to the capital reduction account. So the journal entry will be share capital account debit to share capital account new to capital reduction account. So this is the second entry. Then entry where rate of dividend on preference shares is changed under the scheme of reconstruction. So if there are some preference shares, and if the preference shares or rate of dividend of preference shares is changed under this scheme of reconstruction or internal reconstruction, then we have to pass the journal entry that you can see on your screen. It is preference share capital account debit to preference share capital, means old to new. Means I will give one example here. In A Limited, there was the preference shares of 6%, but they changed the rate of dividend, that is 6% to 5%. So here we have to pass the journal entry, that is 6% preference share capital account debit to 5% share capital account, or 5% preference share capital account. So this one is the journal entry we have to pass in case of rate of dividend of preference shares is changed under internal reconstruction. Then the next journal entry, that is entry when debenture holders and creditors are also ready to reduce their claim against company. So if there are some debenture holders and creditors, means there is the liability and they also agree to reduce their claim against the company. So in that case also we have to pass the journal entry, that is debentures account debit, creditors account debit to capital reduction account. Okay, so this one is the journal entry that you can see on your screen, that is debentures account debit, creditors account debit to capital reduction account. Then entry in case of appreciation in the value of any asset. So if there is any asset whose value is appreciated, then we have to pass the journal entry, that is assets account debit to capital reduction account. Okay, so how much amount is increased in that particular asset or of that particular asset, so that amount we have to transfer to the capital reduction account. Then entry if any contingent liability measures and is to be paid immediately, the following entry will be passed, that you can see on your screen, that is capital reduction account debit to liability payable account. Okay, and the next entry, that is liability payable account debit to bank account. So we have to pay that particular liability related to the contingent liability. So this one is the contingent liability, and if that particular liability is paid off by the company, so that in that case we have to pass the journal entry, that is capital reduction to liability payable and liability payable to bank account. Then the journal entry that is related to entry for utilizing the amount of capital reduction to accumulated losses. Okay, so if there are some accumulated losses and if you want to use that particular amount of capital reduction for accumulated losses, then the journal entry will be capital reduction account debit. Only the capital reduction account will be debit to profit and loss account, to preliminary expenses account, to discount on shares or debentures account, to goodwill account, to trade assets account, then to patents or copyrights account, and to assets account. So this one is the journal entry we have to pass in case of the accumulated losses or amount of capital reduction is used for the purpose of accumulated losses. Then for transferring any balance left in the capital reduction account to capital reserve account. So if there is any balance which is transferred from capital reduction to capital reserve account, so in that case we have to pass the journal entry, that is capital reduction account debit to capital reserve account. Okay, so this one is the journal entries which are related to the internal reconstruction of the company. And if you want to know about that particular external and internal reconstruction, this one is the paragraph that you can see. External reconstruction is affected by liquidating the company, affected by the liquidating company. So if there is in external reconstruction there must be the liquidation of one company. Okay, so in external reconstruction that will be effected with the help of liquidation of the company, and it is just like the absorption. Okay, and in it, new company is formed to acquire the business of an existing company are transferred to the newly formed company. So in that particular absorption or external reconstruction, there is one company which is formed for the purpose of taking over the business of the old company, or which is going into the liquidation. But in this internal reconstruction is not done in the internal reconstruction, means the existence of the company carried on for the upcoming years also, and this one is the benefit for the company. Then, what is the meaning of capital reduction that or I have right here? That is, you can see, capital reduction refers to the cancellation of that part of paid up capital which is lost in operations or which is not represented by existing assets, it is generally resorted to write off the past accumulated losses of the company. So if there are some losses related to the company, that losses will be write off, or losses will be write off, which is accumulated losses. Okay, and this is the related to capital reduction account. So you can see here, if there is some accumulated losses, that accumulated losses will be reduced from capital reduction account. So capital reduction to profit and loss, this one is the loss, then preliminary expenses, then debentures on or discount on debentures or shares, then goodwill, then trade assets, then patents and copyrights, then assets account. Okay, so this one is the meaning of this capital reduction, and it is unlawful except when sanctioned by the court, because conservation of capital is one of the main principles of the company law. Means if there is any reduction in capital which is not sanctioned by law, this is unlawful. But if it is sanctioned by the law or sanctioned by the court of law, that is approved or that is lawful work which is done by the company. And if the issued share capital of the company represents the security on which the creditors rely. Okay, so company is permitted to reduce its share capital by section 100 through the following ways. First one is by reducing the uncalled liability of the members. So if there is any uncalled liability, and if that particular liability is reduced by the company, so that is one way of that particular capital reduction. Then second type or second way to reduce the share capital, that is by writing off the part of paid up capital which is lost in operations or which is not represented by available assets. Okay, so if there is any liabilities or share capital, that share capital did not represent the assets available or with the company, so you can go for the capital reduction. Then by returning that part of paid up capital which is in the excess of the need of the company. So if there is any capital which is excess of the need of the company, so that capital can be returned to the shareholders. So these are the three types where you can permitted to reduce the share capital under section 100. Then accounting procedure for capital reduction. So in that particular capital reduction, we have to open the capital reduction account in the process of internal reconstruction. Please remember. So accounting procedure for capital reduction, and I have highlighted the points, that is for extinguishing or reducing the uncalled liability of the member. Okay, so in that case, we have to pass the journal entry, that is equity share capital account debit to equity share capital account. So if the liability is uncalled, in that case, we can pass the journal entry like equity share capital account debit to equity share capital account. Then for writing off the part of paid up capital which is lost in operation or which is not representing the available assets. So if there is any share capital which is not represent the assets of the company, in that case we have to pass the journal entry, that is equity share capital account debit to equity share capital to capital reduction account. So this one is the journal entry related to the capital reduction. Then if face value of shares remain unchanged, so if you want to do not change the face value of the shares, in that case you can pass the journal entry, that is equity share capital account debit to capital reduction account. So this one is the journal entry related to the, if you want to do not change the face value of the shares. Then the next point, that is for reducing the capital by returning the excess capital. So equity share capital account debit to equity share capital account. Okay. So if you want to reduce the capital by return the excess capital to the shareholders, so in that case we have to pass the journal entry, that is equity share capital account debit to equity share capital account to equity shareholders account. So how much amount is returned to the equity shareholders, that is important here, and this amount will be transferred to the equity shareholders account. Then if there is any payment to shareholders, then the journal entry will be equity shareholders account debit to bank account. So how much amount is paid by the company to the shareholders, that amount will be appear here, that is equity shareholders account debit to bank account. Then the next point, that is for uses of capital reduction account. So at the time of use of capital reduction account, that can be used for the purpose of accumulated losses or fictitious assets or payment of, or that will be the use for other assets also. So you can see the journal entry on your screen, that is capital reduction account debit to accumulated losses account, to goodwill account, to fictitious assets account, to other assets account, and to capital reserve account. If there is any balance with the capital reduction account, that will be transferred to the capital reserve account. And because of this, I have write into bracket, that is balancing figure, and that will be transferred to the capital reserve account. Then the next point, that is capital reduction. So how that particular capital reduction is important here, and I have already discussed these 3 points. Okay. Then the company may reduce its share capital if all the following conditions are satisfied. There are some conditions that company have to satisfy, and then they can reduce their capital. So if a company is authorized by its articles to do so, so that in that case the company can reduce the share capital. Then second one is if special resolution is passed at a general meeting. So you guys are already aware about that particular special resolution. So if there is any meeting, in that particular meeting of the shareholders and board of directors, you have to pass the means in general meeting, means in shareholders meeting, you have to pass the special resolution for this purpose of capital reduction. And if the resolution is passed, then you can go for the reduction of share capital. Then if court's order in confirming the reduction of share capital is obtained, means if there is any order of the court regarding to the confirmation regarding to the capital reduction, then that order you have to follow here, and this one is the one of the cause where you can go for the internal reconstruction. Then the next point, that is reduction of share capital can be done in the uh, by the way of, there are 3 ways to reduce the capital that you can see. The first one is by extinguishing or reducing the liability on any of its shares in respect of uncalled amount of shares. So you can reduce the liability which is not called by the company, and this one is the one of the way to reduce the capital. Then by cancelling the paid up share capital which is lost or is not represented by available assets. So this point also we have discussed earlier, that is if there is the liability or there is the capital which is not represented the available assets of the company, then that will be called as, or then you can go for the internal reconstruction of the company. Then third point, that is by paying off any paid up share capital which is in excess of the requirement of the company. So in that case also you can go for the internal reconstruction of the company. Then procedure for reducing the share capital. I am going to share this notes with you guys, so you can go through the notes. I will just go for the next point, that is the notes. Okay, so in the cases, procedure of reduction of capital is not called for. Okay, so if there is redeemable preference shares are redeemed in accordance with the provisions of section 80, that will be not accepted. Then where shares are forfeited for non-payment of calls, then procedure of reduction of capital is not called. Then where there is surrender of shares, then also you can do not apply the capital reduction here or internal reconstruction. Then where the nominal share capital of the company is reduced by cancelling any shares which have not been taken or agreed to be taken by any person. So in that case, you cannot apply the internal reconstruction. Then alteration of share capital. So what is the meaning of alteration? You can go for the alter. Okay, alter the shares of that particular company. So first one is increase in share capital by issue of new shares. So if you want to increase the share capital by issuing the new shares, that is also included in the alteration of share capital. Then consolidation of all as part of its existing shares. So if you consolidate the shares or if you consolidate all the existing shares, that will be the part of the alteration of share capital. And if you subdivide the shares or subdivide the existing shares, that is also the part of alteration of share capital. Then if there is the conversion of fully paid shares into the stock or stock into the fully paid shares, that is also called as the alteration of share capital. Then the next one is in case of consolidation of shares, smaller amount converted into the shares of larger amount, but the value of share capital remain the same. Means we have to just convert, or we have to just change the type of capital. Okay, so the value will be the same, but shares will be the in larger amount. So in case of subdivision of shares, larger amount of converted into the shares of smaller amounts. So if there is any share which is converted or which is of the face value of rupees 100, but if you convert those shares in the face value of rupees 50, so that will be increase the number of shares and reduce the or that share capital will be the same. Okay, or amount of share capital or value of share capital will be the same, but it will be divided into the large number of equity shares. So these are the points you have to remember here. Then if any contingent liability or unrecorded liability like reconstruction expenses is to be paid, then the entry is here we have to pass, that is capital reduction account debit to cash or bank or share capital account. So if there is any unrecorded liability or contingent liability and that liability is paid, in that case we have to pass the journal entry, that is capital reduction account debit to cash or bank or share capital account. Okay, so I have already discussed the concept of alteration of share capital. So how to subdivide the shares, that I have already discussed with you. And there is the accounting entries in alteration of capital. Okay. So in that case, you can see the journal entries, that is for increase in share capital, the journal entry will be bank account debit to equity share capital account, and the narration is or narration will be being the amount received on shares of rupees dash dash each. Then for consolidation of shares, then the journal entry will be equity share capital account debit to equity share capital account. Okay, then the journal entry for the next point, that is for subdivision of shares, In that case, we have to pass the journal entry, that is equity share capital account debit to equity share capital account. Okay. If D point is there for conversion of share into stock or stock into shares, in that case we have to pass the journal entry, that is equity share capital account debit to equity stock account, and if stock is converted into the shares, then the equity stock account debit to equity share capital account. And if there is any cancellation of unissued capital, then we don't need to pass the journal entry here in internal reconstruction. Means if there is any unissued capital which is not issued to the shareholders, and in that case, if there is any unissued capital and that capital is cancelled, in that case we don't need to pass the journal entry in that case, okay, or in that particular case. So this one is the theory part of the internal reconstruction. If you want to ask some questions regarding internal reconstruction, you can ask me. Do you have any question?
No, sir.
Okay, so our HOD has sent one link for you. You can subscribe this channel and send your confirmation of you have subscribed or not. Okay, so you have just send the screenshot on our group. So we'll stop here and we will meet tomorrow. Okay. So thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.